All right, so we're coming back up again. Off camera, we were just spitballing names for the episode. John said, that's a perfect communist phrase. What did I say? I said, walk in the beams.
Yeah, walk in the beams.
Walk in the beams. Yeah, I said that like that was a phrase people use, and then John said that's a perfect communist phrase. And I want to, wow.
Jesus. All right.
I want to bring that up because there was a tweet by Merriam-Webster. And
did they make cromulent a word?
Well, basically, Merriam-Webster said, "Y'all know if you keep using the word cromulent, we have to add it to the dictionary." Because that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is a new word. Google
Like,
is now a word that
selfie.
means search, right? Selfie.
Yeah.
If y'all keep using cromulent, it's going to be in the dictionary. And then I'm thinking, how do you write that definition? And then by putting it in, I don't just mean like, cromulent is a perfectly cromulent word, joke definition, right?
Yeah.
I mean the actual definition, because it seems like once you write a real definition, cromulent ceases to be cromulent.
Yes.
It's like Merriam-Webster Twitter is warning us of the singularity. It's like you're going to cause a tear in the space continuum if you don't slow down your use of cromulent. We're trying to warn you.
I like saying slow down your use of cromulent like you're addicted to meth.
Merriam-Webster Twitter account's worth following. They don't tweet a whole lot, but they have a sense of humor.
It goes a long way. That was like in the days where Nature Valley was worth following because they do anime memes. They
were in the middle of some white supremacist racist was going off on them and everything. The kind of stuff you normally ignore, right?
Yeah.
But they screenshotted one of his tweets and just corrected the spelling of your because he did it wrong and sent it back with no comment. And it's like, you just got owned by a fucking dictionary, okay? Like, whatever your rant was, whoever you were trying to impress, the other white supremacists, they're not sticking up for you. You just got owned by the dictionary.
Alright.
There's only 3 of these guys.
Yep. Just takes me a lot of fucking times because I never learn.
Like standing here.
It was so funny because the very first time...
Yeah.
It just... Oh, what? Okay. I'm not responsible for my actions. I mean, literally, I'm not responsible for my actions.
I don't... Like, take a moment here and just try the different... Okay, that has a good step forward.
But so does that.
So does that. What about 2... Oh, fuck.
And so does that.
Actually, that has almost no forward movement. Like, there's a... Like, watch her toe. Her toe goes forward like a pixel.
They're telling me what I should have been doing the whole fucking time was what I wanted to do in the first place.
It did get you the furthest. I mean, I am totally one who's willing to admit he's wrong when faced with the data.
Alright.
Oh. Speaking of data, I honestly, I don't give a fuck about whether or not the show, we talk about political topics. I really don't. Because I'm not engaged in a conversation with the internet on the show. So I'm just engaged, with John. And I can have
I like to believe I'm a fairly reasonable human being.
Yes, I can have a fairly reasonable conversation. And I'm not going to have a reasonable conversation. I'm going to make jokes of shit.
Yeah.
But I, the last couple of days, have been obsessed with the complete and total collapse of Bernie Sanders' campaign. So, to date the episode, it is Friday.
June 10th.
After the Tuesday where California and like the last primary.
This is the Friday after Hillary told Trump to delete his account.
Is that... I didn't go... I saw the retweets, but I didn't go check for like the actual legit...
Yeah, that was real. That was verified.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a pin in the Bernie thing.
Yeah.
Because Hillary is a fucking master of social media in a way that hasn't been fully appreciated yet. Like when Hillary was called in for the email testimony before Congress, right?
Yeah.
So Hillary knows this is the Republican Congress, Republican committee. They don't give a fuck about any investigation of shit, right?
Right.
They're just gonna like grill the shit ever, get a bunch of sound bites on it, okay? So Hillary goes in and she does the interview, mostly, you know, answers what she answers. Actually answers a lot. Her whole thing has actually been over-answering beyond what her lawyers say she should.
Yeah.
One thing you have to appreciate, they have been going after her since the 90s and probably before. You know? Either Hillary doesn't have shit to hide, or she's better than all y'all fucks at hiding her shit. Because it's been almost 3 decades now, and nothing is stuck. I remember when the Clintons were in the White House the first time, it was, Whitewater scandal? Yeah. I don't even know the details. It was some real estate scandal that the Clintons were supposedly involved in. Nothing.
Quick tangent. Ken Starr, who was the prosecutor for that.
I forgot.
He was recently embroiled in that Baylor scandal.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I think it was Baylor, but yeah, he was like affiliated with that college, and it was on his watch that the all the sexual assaults and stuff took place. And there's there's some clip of him saying, "Oh, well, I'm not aware of, you know, like attacks that took place off of campus and so and so." But
wait, and like, is this the one that has the clip of him literally saying, like, we told you about the...
Yeah.
Like, God damn.
Yeah.
You didn't pull off.
No.
Not even in death.
Yeah. So good job by me. Lost that soft
Ken Starr, man. Yeah. So that whole Ken Starr fiasco, none of that stuck. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, that was just an aside.
Hillary did in the, was it the Benghazi emails thing? Or I don't even know what the name of the fucking thing was at this point.
I think it was Benghazi, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't quote any of us on any of the shit we say.
For real. I don't keep up with it because that shit is fucking cancerous. So I just try and keep it to, like, as many pertinent facts as necessary.
I mean, I looked into the email thing when it first broke, and basically what sealed it for me to, like, okay, there's nothing here. There's a lot of smoke, no fire. Is, at first I thought, like, holy shit, she's using her personal fucking email for this shit. Oh my god. And then I looked into it, and by doing that, I mean, I spent 5 minutes and read, like, the basic brief of what's going on. And no, that she had an email server set up by the Department of Defense by her official request, if they approved, and they did. So she basically, the Department of Defense IT department, I don't know why. That's the part that is like, why do you want the email server in your house? Okay? But that's something her and Bill both do. So they have a reason. I don't know what it is. But she called him up and said, hey, I want to put the email server in my house. Is that something we can do? And they said, well, yeah, okay, we're going to come out here. We're going to run this network line private. We're going to set this up. So this is a government-ass server set up by the government.
Yeah.
In fact, the guy who's not talking is the IT administrator who set it up. He's the one who's, like, keeping his mouth shut about everything. So, you know, it got hacked. And, of course, the emails got out there. But also, everything that was classified after the fact. So they weren't classified at the time she had them. So it's kind of like, okay, somebody's probably going to get in trouble for this shit. It's probably going to be the IT staff and the manager, but you're not. Wow, John.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
The dream of Hillary's going to be locked away to federal prison and not be a candidate. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Yeah.
There's no hope of that. And Anyway, so in that trial, what she
While
did
we're
was...
on crazy conspiracy theories, I just want to make a quick aside. Obama really needs to hurry the hell up on this secret Muslim thing if he's going to do anything about it, because he's almost out of office.
He might. I mean, the shit he's been doing his last few months in office.
I mean, the Fallon thing.
The Fallon thing was good. The literal mic drop at the press conference.
He's just taking a victory lap.
He is.
He doesn't give a shit anymore.
And he doesn't. And my thing has always been, too, a lot of times, I'm really lenient toward putting a second-term president in office. Because at that point, I know they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're playing with house money.
There's no term for them to run for, you know.
Yeah, they can pretty much call it the way they want to.
And both sides of the aisle, like if you like, I know, God, they hold up Reagan like he was this visionary of the Republican Party, but all the shit that they take credit for, like bringing down the Berlin Wall and all that, he did that shit against the will of the Republican Party in his second term. He was like, no, I'm actually gonna talk to the Russians and negotiate. And it was like, no, we fucking military might. We're Republicans. Don't do this. Of course, memory is nice rose tinted.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of like, all right, if you did an okay job the first time, and I just mean okay, I just literally mean like, okay, we didn't,
passable. It
wasn't bad, then go do what you wanted to do.
Go do the things that we actually elected you to do in the first place. Obstructionist Congress, notwithstanding.
Yeah, just dissolve the Congress. I think you can do that. Go for it.
I think that's what Trump's going to do first term.
I think Trump stands to set history as the first president who didn't receive a pardon after the impeachment. His ass gets impeached in a heartbeat. Both sides of the aisle will do that gleefully. And he will have committed the crime. Stand there for a change. Will he come if you're there? Yeah. Well, he fuck up the corner? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
corners seem to be their one weakness.
Geometry seems to
Anyway,
be
the
everybody's
Benghazi trial. What Hillary did is she, while they're talking, she made a lot of gestures and facial expressions, and she's too damn good and calculated at her poise.
I guess I found... Oh, nope, he's going on this side.
You might be able to find him in the middle.
Mike, you almost got me killed.
I did. I almost did get you killed.
That's okay.
But
we survived.
I'm not going to argue with results, so...
No. Although we do need to review the process. We can't just be purely results-based.
So, this guy I totally think will fuck up at a corner if you chill whenever he starts trying to come at you.
Yeah.
Maybe at that first T junction there.
Right. Come on. Do the thing.
Wow. Oh shit.
Wow. And
he executed those turns. I did not expect him to do that. Oh!
yeah,
you just turn around and walk off then?
That would be so dark.
So anyway, Hillary makes all these facial expressions, and she's been way too much in the public light for me to believe that these are natural reactions. Because she knew fucking people will take this shit and make gifs of it, and that's what happened. Like, all of the Hillary supporters use these gifs all the time of her making these different, like, fuck you faces, you know? And I was just like, that's a level of game I don't even think the other politicians are onto yet. I don't think they understand Twitter and Instagram enough yet.
And the dank memes.
And the dank memes to, like, I'm going to give them some content they can meme here. That's going to be my win from the Benghazi trial. Because this thing is basically a loss as soon as I walk in here. And that's how I'm going to win with this. They're going to be seeing those images the rest of the damn campaign. So anyway, before that, I put a pin in. I'm gonna take the pin out. Ooh. Of Bernie. He's kind of sore with that pin. Man, is he sore?
Yeah.
I've been fascinated with watching how fast his campaign has unraveled. So, Tuesday was like the last primary, and Clinton has it by pledge delegates, by super delegates, by popular vote, by like any measure, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a great College Humor video on Bernie supporters can't do math, and it has like one of the guys like asking a Bernie supporter like, hey man, you're support Bernie, I'm trying to understand, like I'm adding this stuff up and it just doesn't look like he can win. I don't see where you keep telling me like it's not over yet. He's like, oh no, look here, you don't count the super delegates. He's like, oh why? Because that's not the representation of the people? Okay, so we'll cross off the super delegates in the caucuses. Like, no, we count the caucuses. Like, well, why? That's not the representation of people. No. We count the caucuses, we don't count the super delegates. You know, it just goes in this whole little thing of like the weird math you had to do to show Bernie's ahead. So it's a hilarious video. But, so the thing for Bernie to have done, the decorum process at this point, is go ahead and concede. Because the candidate to fight now is Trump.
Yes.
Right? And Bernie's actively splitting the party at this point by trying to keep this hope alive. Yeah. That he's going to somehow run. Okay? Because, I mean, whatever side you're on, like, if you can't see that you're talking 6 of one, half dozen of the other between Bernie and Hillary, like, they were voting together on all the damn issues together until they were opponents. And now when they run apart, they have to make themselves seem different. So they're going to highlight any differences they can find. But at the end of the day, it's like they're pretty much the same candidate, you know? So that would have been the thing for him to do, but he doesn't do that. He comes out Tuesday night and like, I'm going to take it all the way to the convention. And it's like, that's at the point where it's like, no, this was not the thing to do. So whatever, Bernie's been Bernie does Bernie. What I didn't expect... Oh, he died. Okay. What I didn't expect is... his campaign has turned on him. Like his campaign managers and shit. Yeah. They've leaked emails that are basically saying like, oh, when Bernie was attacking Hillary on this, that was all Bernie. Like we were telling Bernie, that seems a little mean, Bernie. Like that's... we don't think we should be doing that tact, Bernie. And I'm just like, okay... anytime an email's leaked, that tells me there's another part in that email chain that was not leaked. So I don't trust your leaked email. I think that's putting you in a good light. But damn, okay? You were working for the guy a few months ago, and you just wanted on record that's like, hey, I was working for him, but I was trying to keep him from doing all these horrible things. Because that's how much of a scorching crater he's leaving right now. Or even his campaign aides don't want anything to do with him.
To be fair, though, it's not like he's gonna run again in 4 years. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you don't have a second shot. He's 74.
Yeah.
I had a tweet a while back. One of the tweets I was kind of proud of. That the most impressive thing to me about Bernie Sanders is that a 74-year-old white man convinced a bunch of 20-somethings he's got their back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he understands their problems.
74-year-old rich white man.
Yeah. It's like, no. This is the guy you go over to fix his computer because he can't double-click the Internet Explorer icon. He keeps single-clicking it, and now has installed a bunch of shit somehow, and you gotta go clean it up, okay? I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders, if he doesn't, he misses his BlackBerry. If he doesn't have one still, he misses it. The damn touchscreen keyboards. What's wrong with these damn kids?
Fucking
he just wanted
man.
to say, get off my lawn from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And I feel for the guy. I took like some online, like really detailed and involved, like, back when there was like 13 Republican candidates running. Yeah. And like 5 Democrats.
And the meme was, why is not Chris Christie, the largest of the candidates, simply not eat the other 12?
Well, yeah. So, he dropped something for you.
Oh. Probably
I mean,
more
it's
of
probably
those
just
fucking
throwing daggers.
Yeah,
And it's probably gonna tell you you have too many, you can't carry anymore. Nope, you can still carry them. Okay.
but I can feed them to Frampton later.
Frampton.
Yeah, I'm just calling him Frampton. That's his name for this playthrough.
Hey, do you feel like I do? So yeah, so I took one of these things and it was really involved. Like, it didn't just say like, are you for or against guns? It had like 18 variant options, right?
Yeah.
And it was the point where like, fuck, I'm having to look up to understand the difference between this one and that one. And I got through the whole damn thing, and then it was like, me personally, like, you are, you know, whatever, like Hillary was like,
Seriously.
well, all is well that ends well.
Ish.
It came out like, you know, I was like 80-something% Hillary,
Yeah.
but like 97% Bernie. And that's when I was still like, who is this fucking, Back to the Future Doc guy? You know? Like, this guy's a
Your
joke.
kids, Marty, something's gotta be done about your kids.
Yeah. And it's like, who let Christopher Lloyd run for office, you know?
Just die already.
Alright, do me a favor. Estes.
Alright, fine. Here we go again. On our own. Because I haven't made a White Snake reference in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm gonna go to the timer.
At least do you have, buddy?
Okay, so I think what the thing is that they knock you back, and when they knock you out of aggro range, that's when they run. So he's not gonna do it now.
Me. I'm going for broke here. Well, I got him.
I was so hoping you were gonna land on the ledge, but I guess you can't actually make that ledge from there.
You know what I haven't tried? I haven't tried doing something just really fucking reckless and taking advantage of the weird collision and platform
Just make
detection.
the fucking run?
Yeah, just
Alright, next
and go
episode
around
we
it.
get back, we're gonna make the run. Because why the fuck not?
17 times a charm.